Today we talk about when is it too much information to be giving away. Hi, Brayden Schiraldi on the DOYO Live Daily. We're back Monday. Hope that you are having an amazing start to your week. It's evening here at the Schiraldi household, so never mind any distractions you may hear in the background. But what I want to talk to you about is a conversation I was having last week. And basically, it revolves around when are you potentially giving away too much information as a consultant, marketing consultant, maybe a marketing agency. You know, there's this methodology that in content marketing, and let's just start there for a second, that you're going to show up in a content marketing environment and you're going to you're going to have an area of knowledge and expertise on one side over here, right? Now, on the other side, you got to have passion because you have to deliver that message on a consistent basis, and producing interesting, compelling content on a consistent basis is very difficult. So you got to make sure that you got the passion behind what you're talking about. I happen to love marketing. Obviously, that's very evident from what we do from a DOYO Live perspective. But here's what I want to tell you. So you can have the model and you can say, I want to be closed off and I'm not going to share my information. And the reason why we're not going to share our information is because, well, we should be getting paid for what we know in our time. But I have an argument to that, and that argument is this, is that with basically Google search has made knowledge a household commodity. And what I mean by that, if you want to learn how to get 10,000 followers on Instagram today, you can go to Google search and type in, how do I grow my Instagram following? And if I'm, as the expert, not giving away that information, I can assure you there are 1,000 others that are willing to give that information away to you for free. And this can go along a lot of different aspects. This can go from a home renovation business to accounting, to legal terms. And you pretty much know this because you do this in your day-to-day anyway. You Google this information and you find it out. But the one thing that Google cannot do is it cannot execute and account for time. And make no doubts about it. I also hear conversations about, well, digital marketing is it's free. It's not free. There's a significant time allocation to it, and there's also an experience factor. And typically, if you go down the route and you are a do-it-yourselfer, you either end up learning in trial and error and you get it right, or you end up kind of fixing the plumbing underneath the sink and realizing that you really screwed it up, and now the plumber's going to end up letting you know that if they just would have started with the plumber in the first place, it wouldn't cost you double. And that's the similar concept with expertise. Expertise, again, Google, for large in part, has made knowledge a fairly well-known commodity at this point. Everybody's got access. But the one thing that you don't have access to is the execution of that knowledge and the execution of the time that comes into place with that information. So from my perspective, DOYO Live and my whole mantra, at least over a good 10 years now from a marketing perspective, is to give away as much information as I possibly can. I want to educate you on what I know about digital marketing. That's what DOYO exists for. And as we educate individuals and professionals, whether they're marketing or business or sales or design, the more we do that, the more fans that we build up. And the more fans that we build up as a result of giving away information on a consistent basis, the better opportunity that we have to talk to more people. It's just plain as simple as that. That is a standard content marketing play. That may not be your model, and I get that and I understand that. But just keep in mind that whether or not you want to share that secret sauce or that conversation about what you know about your area of expertise, that there's a significant amount of people that are doing that today. And 90% of all the buying decisions start with online search. So it's probably a pretty good idea to build that following, because a certain segment of that audience is going to look at that on Google and say, I'm going to go do this myself. And the other half of the audience on Google, and maybe even more so than half, will look at it and they will say, you know what? I don't have the time. I don't have the expertise. I understand it in theory, but I really don't know how to execute on it. So My perspective on too much, I don't think that you can ever give away too much information about the area that you have expertise. I'm not saying to give away your trade secrets or your business practices on what you charge for pricing or how you manage your clientele or those sorts of things. But what I am saying is that we live in a world today where you stand much more to gain by taking the educational process and educating people on what you know and how you know how to do it and deliver it on a consistent basis. Thanks everybody for dropping by. Go to the comments on DOYO Live. Let me know what you think. And please, share this with a friend of yours. I'm sure that they could use the information. Thanks so much. Everybody have a great week. We've got a great lineup of people that will be presenting tonight, or not tonight, this week. I want to thank Mike, Holly, John. Thanks so much for dropping by as well. Appreciate it. Everybody have an amazing week. We'll talk to you later this week. See you.